That is way too much excitement. Son of a bitch. I mean, this is all fun for you guys, but I gotta fucking work here. I'm thrilled to see you all out here this evening. I really didn't think that the audience that I kind of am lucky enough to have gathered could afford Broadway prices. It really is nice that people are actually coming out to see me now. I'm kind of, I'm amazed, and I am, and I think it's terrific. But you know, you bring your friends, and I don't really need them. You know, you and I have developed a relationship. I don't need these fucking strangers hanging around. You know, you spend, you know, for the 2 weeks before you see me, you go, oh, you got to see this guy. He's really funny. How do you think that makes me feel? That puts a lot of goddamn pressure on me. Because if I'm not funny, you're fucked. It was a really special winter, wasn't it? If you're a fucking moose. If you got fur on your nuts, it's been a fucking festival. It was the coldest winter ever. I thought last winter was the coldest winter ever. But I was fucking wrong, wasn't I? You see, because I travel all the time. So last winter, I'd be in the Midwest, and the blizzard would hit. And then I'd fly home, and the blizzard would hit again. But it has been way too cold this winter on the East Coast. I mean, it's the temperatures have been ungodly. Where the fuck is global warming when you need it? I think the people of this city should literally every day have been on the streets with aerosol cans. Nobody should have to live like this. And even if they hadn't told me, I would have known it was the coldest winter ever, because I have not had one thought. I have not been able to complete a sentence in my own head. I find myself walking around going, you know what I should really... Fuck, it's cold! We don't need to live like this. I had a tremendous idea, a way to change the climate, and we had the money to do it. Just a few years ago, our country had the largest surplus ever, $2 trillion. And now, just a few years later, we have the largest deficit ever, $3.5 trillion. That means we went through $5.5 trillion in just a few years, and nobody explained where the fuck it went. If we actually went through $5.5 trillion, you know what? Each one of us should have gotten a goddamn coupon. For shoes or a coat or whatever you need. So the federal government decided the way to make this money up was to have a $350 billion tax cut, okay? And by the federal government, I mean Republicans and Democrats working together. And the only thing dumber than a Republican or a Democrat is when these pricks work together. We have a two-party system. The Democratic Party, which is a party of no ideas, and the Republican Party, which is a party of bad ideas. And the way it works is the Republican stands up in Congress and goes, I got a really bad idea. And the Democrat says, and I can make it shittier. These guys believe that a $350 billion tax cut will stimulate the economy. And they're full of shit. Because they don't know what stimulates the economy. The economy goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. Nobody knows why the fuck it happens. And I know this. Because I took economics. And I'd explain it to you. But I flunked that course. It's not my fault. They taught it at 8 o'clock in the morning. And there is absolutely nothing that you can learn out of one bloodshot eye. After I flunked the first two tests, I grabbed the professor by the throat and I said, why are you teaching this shit at this ungodly hour? Are you trying to keep this stuff a secret? So they come up with a $350 billion tax cut at a time in which every city and every state that I've been through is broke. Is broke. And you're going to cut taxes. They're so broke that they've actually cut essential services. In many places, they've cut policemen, because who the fuck needs them? Or firemen. Son of a bitch. It's much more fun watching something burn down. In our city, New York, they cut after-school programming. And if anybody needs to be distracted, it's those little pricks. So I said, you know, if you're going to cut after-school programming, it seems to me the least you could do is give each one of those kids a knife. And they could whittle. They could whittle. And sell their crafts at the fair. But if you're a parent, hold on to your hats. The federal government is going to give you $400 for each child you have. So if you've got 1,000 kids, you're on fucking easy street. You might want to start adopting 50 at a time. Just pick some up off the street and take them home with you. $400. That's where you go. What's the federal government thinking? I mean, what do congressmen's children eat? Mites! All $400 does is remind you how fucked you are. You'd have been better off if your congressman just came to your door and pissed on your foot. It's $1 a day. $1 a day. You know how to stretch that kind of money? Put your kid in a box and send him off to a Sally Struthers country, where $1 goes a long fucking way. And he can have all the dried milk he can choke down. And at the end of the year, you've got $35 left over. So at Christmas, you can give your kid 2 nice boxes of shit. See, what I think you logically do with instead of having a $350 billion tax cut, what you do with that money is do a public works project. See, what that is you pay a lot of people to build something, okay? And that way you employ people who are unemployed. And then they get money, and they spend it, and that stimulates the fucking economy, too. So you pick a place that really needs something. You know, a state that could really use it, like Mississippi. Of course, Mississippi, because that's the place that no one has ever thought, boy, I got a vacation, I need 2 weeks in Biloxi. And you go down there and you find a place that's totally in the shitter. You won't have to go far. And what you do is build a big fucking thing. I don't care what it is, as long as it's big and it's a fucking thing. And then the economy will explode because people will say, I gotta see the big fucking thing. And then there'll be a big fucking thing restaurant, a big fucking thing hotel and casino, a big fucking thing spa. See, what I felt they should have done for our first public works project is build a giant wall across the entire border of Canada. Because that's where the cold air comes from. No one, not one leader talked about it. Not one leader discussed where we were headed. Not a one. They all said it was going to be okay. All I heard for the course of the campaign was that everything was going to be all right because capitalism is the most wonderful economic system ever developed, because it was developed by God himself for us. There's nothing more splendid than capitalism. It is a beautiful garden, a garden that irrigates itself and fertilizes itself. And it needs no sunlight because it basks in the glory of its own reflection. There's nothing more wondrous than the garden that is capitalism. And if it is left entirely unregulated, that garden will grow and grow and grow until all of us share in its beautiful fruit. And so I went to bed every night dreaming about my beautiful fruit. And then I woke up one morning, and there was the Secretary of the Treasury standing behind the White House at the back door as if he was trying to get away. Holy fuck! We're fucked, he said. We're completely fucked, son of a bitch. I don't know what happened to the garden, but it's a piece of shit now. Watch that hand coming up your ass. It's looking for quarters. Put straws in your nose. The river of shit is rising. Start pulling out your gold fillings and put them on eBay. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Then he ran around the White House 3 times with his hair on fire. And all I wondered was what happened that night. I guess he was sitting in front of his computer, finishing
his last online math course from Phoenix University. When he reached that eureka moment. Son of a bitch, he cried, 60 isn't 40. Many.
Thank you, Seattle. Thank you and welcome, and thank you for a day without rain. I don't know how it happened. I want you to know that I just got some great news that I'm excited about. I just got a development deal picked up. It's a new reality show. It's an extreme makeover show for middle-aged lesbians called This Old Bull Dyke. We already have a sponsor. Wolverine Steel-Toed Boots has picked it up. We had another title, but the censors nixed it. It was originally going to be called Pimp My Muff. I am staying tonight or this week at the Hotel 1000, and I would like to talk for just a second about their toilets. They've got the best toilets ever, man. They're amazing. You won't even believe this if you've never seen one of these things. Number one, the seat is heated. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're used to a cold toilet seat and then you sit on a warm toilet seat, it's nice. It like relaxes your bowel muscles and kind of just helps you crap, you know. It's really nice. And then on the wall, there's some buttons, and one of them says rear cleansing and one of them says front cleansing. And there's a diagram of a guy sitting on a toilet with a stream of water shooting up his ass. So I pushed the button, and all of a sudden, I'm that guy. I am sitting on the toilet with a stream of water shooting up my ass, and it's amazing how accurate this thing is. I don't know if everybody's butthole's in the exact same place, but this thing has got me dead center. Then there's another button below that button, and it says oscillate, and I said, why not? Now I have a rotating stream of water shooting up my ass. And it was at that moment that I realized that 50 million gay men can't be wrong. I'm singing songs to this toilet. I'm in love. I honestly love you. My wife caught me spreading cake on my ass just so I could go wash it off. Is that cake? No. I gotta go to the bathroom. Don't wait up. I'm gonna try to tell you this story. This happened on Tuesday. I'm going home from the PetSmart in the car with two dogs and the wife, and my wife says I gotta stop at the bank, and I say shit or whatever I said. Because I don't go in the bank. Everybody knows that. I stay in the car with the dogs, and she says I'll be, 5 minutes, but there's absolutely no such thing as 5 minutes with this woman. And she goes in, and I know the dogs need to pee, and at our bank there's one piece of manicured lawn that has two signs that both say, no dogs. So I took my dogs over there. This guy comes waddling out of the bank with a big scowl on his face, and he goes, the sign says no dogs. I said, the sign's wrong. That sign should say two dogs. I saw a commercial the other day, and I really don't understand the organization, and I really don't understand who they think they're ever going to help. And it was for a company called www.don'tshakeababy.com. Now, I'm not going to get up here and take a big pro-baby shaking stance, so you can go ahead and relax, Seattle. But I don't know who they're supposed to help, because if you're such an inbred meth head shithook that you would consider shaking a baby, the only thing that's going to help you is a beheading. That, no. Now, I know there's people in the audience tonight going, but Ron, what if the baby's asking for it? Don't shake a baby. What if I can't find my car keys and I've looked everywhere? Yeah, even then. I went on to www.don'tshakeababy.com, and they have links to similar websites. They have a link to www.don'tstickyourdickinaToaster.com, and they have a link to www.don'tshoveaferretinyourass.com. And there's a lot of reasons why you don't want a ferret in your ass, because they're not like gerbils. They've got fangs and claws and a lot of shit you don't need in your ass, man. I got a ferret in my ass right now. I was at the hotel on the toilet a while ago. He popped his head out of my butt, started washing his face in that little oscillating stream of water. Is that cake? No! Certainly not cake. I got a little trouble. Did you guys hear anything about that? I'll tell you what happened. I had 2 sold-out shows in Fort Pierce, Florida, and we were going to land in Vero Beach, Florida, and I have an airplane that you guys bought me. Thank you. It's nice. It is really cool. And we land at Vero Beach, and when we land, I look out the window, and there's 3 cops standing there, and which is no big deal to me because cops love me, and so do firemen. And a lot of times I'll get a police escort from the airport to the venue, and this wasn't one of those times. I got out of the plane, and there was a cop there, and he said, "Mr. Wyatt, we've been told that there are drugs on this plane by an anonymous tip." And I said, "There are absolutely no drugs on that plane." Now, I did have a little bit of weed in my bag, but I wasn't on the plane, so technically I'm not lying to this guy. And, he goes, "Well, do you mind if we search the aircraft?" And I said, "You absolutely cannot search this aircraft unless you have probable cause, because I still have civil liberties." You know what I mean? I do. And they said, "Okay, well, we just want the drug dog to walk by it a couple times." And I said, "Fine." And the drug dog walks by a couple times, and the guy goes, "Well, the dog gave us a signal that there are drugs on the plane." And I'm like, "No, he didn't. That dog didn't do anything. I was staring straight at him. He didn't wink, blink, oof a paw. What's his signal, a blank stare? That's all he did." Because the dog says there's drugs on the plane. I'm like, "Well, I said there wasn't drugs on the plane. Who are you going to believe, me or the..." Fuck, never mind, you know?